I don't go out anywhere where I can get photographed anymore.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for celebs who can't stand the limelight.
Can we?
Number 20, Daniel Radcliffe. Just 11 years old, this British actor was thrust into the spotlight when he became the star of one of the biggest film franchises of all time.
I brought you here 16 years ago when you were no bigger than a bow truckle. Seems only right that I should be the one to take you away now.
From frequent fan encounters to increased public scrutiny, fame had a significant impact on Radcliffe's adolescence and early adulthood. Now that he's grown into a remarkably well-adjusted adult, Radcliffe has been candid about the difficulties of childhood fame.
That's why, whenever people, having a go at, Justin Bieber, drag racing cars or whatever, I'm always like, yeah, but, I don't know, stuff could be super crazy for him right now.
Though challenged by rude fans and aggressive paparazzi, acting is Radcliffe's true passion. His love of his craft shines through in his talent, but also in some of the truly outrageous roles he's taken post-Potter.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Okay. Hey! 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 Hey!
Okay, that's enough. Thanks.
Number 19, Michelle Pfeiffer. Talented and beautiful, Michelle Pfeiffer has always had a star quality about her.
What's your name?
What?
What's your name? Elvira what?
Hancock.
What?
Hancock.
Finding wider fame after her role in Scarface, Pfeiffer has admitted that her celebrity status is one of the most difficult aspects of her career. She is famously quoted as saying, "I act for free, but I demand a huge salary as compensation for all the annoyance of being a public personality." Especially at the peak of her fame in the 80s and 90s, Pfeiffer was notorious for disliking press interviews and drawing as little attention to herself as possible outside of her professional life.
I'm a bit shy, and it comes off as being kind of icy and aloof. Sometimes.
Today, Pfeiffer's years of avoiding publicity whenever possible have awarded her relative privacy in her personal life, while still allowing for consistent, well-received acting work.
That is dramatic.
Number 18, Shailene Woodley. Though she rose to fame in the 2010s for her roles in major films including The Fault in Our Stars and Divergent, Shailene Woodley has been acting since she was 5 years old.
What makes you think you can talk to me?
Must be because you're so approachable.
From this young age, Woodley knew she was meant to be an actress. However, fame was not something she always envisioned. In fact, she struggles with how her fame feels like it separates her from other people.
And then in my mid-20s, early to mid-20s, I started saying things publicly and seeing what people were saying, and it did affect me because I felt insecure. I felt like, oh no, did I do something wrong?
Her discomfort with the spotlight is reflected in her non-professional life, which she works to keep private. Still, Woodley uses her platform for good through her philanthropy and nonprofit work.
I feel like the jails aren't doing anything to protect us. I know we were arrested or convicted, but we still have the same health needs as anyone else.
Number 17, George Clooney. Among the most famous people in the world is actor George Clooney, whose breakthrough role on ER set him on the path to superstardom.
Dr. Ross, they needed your double D-5 upstairs 20 minutes ago.
I will send them 4 pints of my blood. What is a DD5?
He became one of Hollywood's most sought-after leading men and one of the most discussed celebs in tabloids. This unfathomable notoriety has severely impacted his life, restricting Clooney's freedom to exist in public in any capacity.
I feel sorry for any kid who's 20 years old and sort of hits it because I don't know how you handle it.
He says, quote, "I haven't walked in Central Park for 15 years. I'd like to, you know? Though it might be hard to feel sympathetic for someone with multiple mansions and a sexiest of all time title, there certainly seem to be some severe downsides to fame that Clooney has extensive experience with."
You said that you sold this.
I said that.
Liar.
Number 16, Megan Fox. This actress, known for her roles in Transformers, New Girl, and Jennifer's Body, has earned a reputation for her intimidatingly good looks.
I'm a god.
Okay.
With beauty, success, and fame, some might think Fox has it made, but she thinks otherwise. Fox likens fame to high school harassment, only on a global scale, describing life in the spotlight as a terrifying ordeal. As for life as a sex symbol, Fox has felt the focus on her appearance devalues her as a person, making her feel powerless.
Can't believe how negative human beings are and how
cruel they need to be to everyone. This is not just me.
Shy in nature, Fame is not something that comes easily to Fox, though she says the experience has given her greater strength in her sense of self.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You guys don't really want to do this again, right?
Number 15, Jennifer Lawrence. This actress has a reputation for being down-to-earth and incredibly candid, which is why it's unsurprising that Jennifer Lawrence has been open about her qualms with fame.
When did you first feel famous?
When I went to a Whole Foods and there were paparazzi everywhere, and I was like, oh my God, who are they here for? And it was me.
Keenly aware of her luck and privilege as a star, Lawrence admittedly dislikes complaining about her situation. Still, she maintains that fame is something she will never get used to, and something she wishes she could escape at times.
I think at first it was really overwhelming, and I was like, is this gonna be the rest of my life?
She even joked to Glamour that celebs should be allowed time off from their notoriety, though it wouldn't be surprising if she truly meant it. From gross invasions of her privacy to the weight of constant public scrutiny, Jennifer Lawrence's stardom has taken from her as much as it's given.
Nice job, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Number 14, Jim Carrey. Though he made a career in Hollywood out of making people laugh, Jim Carrey's experience with fame has, in recent years, cast a dark shadow over the comedian.
I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
Carrey has been an outspoken critic of Hollywood, characterizing the film industry as greedy and superficial. His stardom impacted his relationships and family, and he soon found himself burnt out and disillusioned with his career. Carrey even considered retirement in 2022, although he was persuaded to reprise his role as Ivo Robotnik in Sonic the Hedgehog 3 in 2024.
What are you doing? Thwarting your evil plan!
While Carrey's outspoken nature regarding Hollywood and politics can be controversial, it is clear he has a passion for the creative side of filmmaking and aims to see that creativity preserved in the industry.
In case I don't see ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Number 13, Johnny Depp. From his iconic blockbuster role as Captain Jack Sparrow to his many collaborations with director Tim Burton, Johnny Depp is an accomplished and beloved figure in Hollywood.
Listen, I was calling to see if you'd like to attend the world premiere of my new movie, Bride of the Monster.
Over his decades-long career, Depp has become a household name. Despite his celebrity status and all its benefits, Depp describes fame as a, quote, occupational hazard. From unwanted public attention as a young heartthrob to his more recent brush with cancel culture, fame hasn't always been good to Depp.
First thing I would say is search for simplicity. Stay away from anything that makes a bunch of people stare at you while you're in a restaurant.
When it came to the infamous Depp v. Heard trial, Johnny Depp's fame turned the defamation trial into a media frenzy where the whole world wanted to weigh in. For an apparently very private person, all that fame must be a challenge to deal with.
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of. But you have heard of.
Number 12, Eminem. This influential rapper's gift for lyricism has led to some comparing him to great poets like William Shakespeare.
I wanted the fame, but not the cover of Newsweek. Oh well, guess beggars can't be choosy.
Eminem's talent and dedication to his craft have landed him in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and garnered him millions of dedicated fans. However, keen listeners will notice many of his songs have a distinctly critical view of his fame and success. Hits like Stan, The Monster, and The Real Slim Shady discuss the intense reality of public scrutiny and fan idolization.
Wanted to receive attention from my music, wanted to be left alone in public, excuse me.
For a talented introvert like Eminem, fame is one of the most challenging aspects of sharing his art with the world.
So won't the Real Slim Shady please stand up, please stand up.
Number 11, Harrison Ford. Before Star Wars was even a twinkle in George Lucas's eye, Harrison Ford already had a pretty good life.
Han Solo. I'm captain of the Millennium Falcon.
As an aspiring actor, Ford became a self-taught carpenter to support his family, working for clients like writer Joan Didion. Still, the silver screen called to Ford, and fame found him soon after. Like many other celebrities, Ford soon found himself mourning the sense of privacy he once enjoyed. For this reason, Ford rarely ventures out in view of the public eye if he can help it. From interviews and fan interactions, Harrison Ford has become notoriously curmudgeonly, cynical about Hollywood, fame, and his iconic role as Han Solo.
Are you looking forward to watching a Han Solo movie as a fan?
Not really.
Still, his work has awed and inspired many generations of fans.
Going after that truck. Oh, I don't know. I'm making this up as I go.
Number 10. Zach Galifianakis.
I'm pretty sure that's illegal too.
Yeah, maybe after 9/11 where everybody gets so sensitive.
As it turns out, this party animal from The Hangover may not be much of a party animal in real life. During a press conference for Birdman at the New York Film Festival, Zach really tore into his feelings about being famous, claiming it was, quote, dumb and not something he was interested in.
Mother, Oreo smoothie now!
Whoa.
He then went on to scathe the public's inane interest in celebrities and their personal lives before attacking the industry itself, saying he finds, quote, the way Hollywood congratulates itself to be gross. Maybe that's why he's moved on to TV.
I'm sorry, I should not have yelled at you.
Number 9. Sia. Sia once worked behind the scenes in the music industry, co-writing songs like Rihanna's Diamonds and Ne-Yo's Let Me Love You, while making her own music. It wasn't until 2011 when Sia's name became mainstream with the release of David Guetta's Titanium, and her fame hasn't relented since.
I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose, far away, far away.
Unfortunately, she absolutely hates it, as evidenced by her covering her face at public events with her signature wig. But even prior to this, she had already begun wearing a mask on stage.
Well, it's so that I can go to Target and buy a hose if I want to.
Sia has said that she doesn't do these things for attention, but because she's trying to, quote, maintain some modicum of privacy, as she finds being famous challenges her sanity. Number 8. Marilyn Monroe. You can see how becoming a sex symbol for an entire country could be detrimental to your mental well-being. Early in her career, Monroe was the sexy blonde bombshell to millions of people, and she initially loved the attention.
Sugar, you're gonna get yourself into a lot of trouble.
Yeah, you better keep a lookout.
However, she soon realized she was being typecast and desperately tried to be taken seriously. It was around this time she became depressed and struggled with substance use disorder, from which she never recovered. Her mental health deteriorated, and she was placed in a mental institution shortly before dying by overdose. Former co-star Laurence Olivier later referred to Monroe as, quote, the complete victim of ballyhoo and sensation.
You all right?
Oh, sure, fine.
Well, good night.
Number 7. Emma Watson.
Salvia hectia.
Emma Watson is one of the biggest movie stars in the world. Not only has she starred in one of the most popular movie series of all time, she's also played the lead role in the live-action adaptation of one of the most popular Disney movies of all time. So it's safe to say that millions know her name.
And for once it might be grand.
However, she's since grown quite uncomfortable with the fame, describing it as not easy to deal with. She also rarely poses for photos with fans, calling it, quote, the difference between being able to have a life and not. However, she doesn't refuse children, so rest assured there. Number 6. Daniel Day-Lewis.
This is what I do. This is my place here.
This 3-time Academy Award-winning actor is one of the most respected performers of all time and is known for his dedication to the craft. However, he hates the attention that comes with it. He was forced to move away from his hometown of London because he hated being in the public eye, and he now resides in a county in Ireland, calling his life, quote, a lifelong study in evasion.
So what are your plans?
Is this about buying out my tracks here?
He also rarely gives interviews, and in 2017, declared himself to be retired. However, he did come out of retirement in 2025 to star in a film directed by his son, Ronan. Number 5. Shia LaBeouf.
Was I master? No, Mom!
But okay.
No, I don't.
For someone who hates being famous so much, LaBeouf's attempts to stay out of the limelight often backfire. He also seems to just as often find himself in the spotlight for the wrong reasons. In 2014, LaBeouf famously announced via Twitter that he was retiring from public life after he was caught plagiarizing a Dan Clowes comic, and his red carpet bag stunt is now a thing of legend. On top of that, LaBeouf has told Variety that he feels, quote, enslaved as a celebrity, and that being one, quote, robs you of your individuality.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I planned it. Yeah.
Number 4. Robert Pattinson.
See, I tell you I can read minds, and you think there's something wrong with you.
It's a well-known fact that Robert Pattinson is not a fan of the Twilight franchise, the very series that made him a household name. That's probably why he spent so much time in the indie scene since the final Twilight film was released. Well, that and hating the fame that comes with starring in a blockbuster movie franchise.
When I get up, it stops. When I sit back down, they all start changing again.
He told the Spanish edition of GQ that, quote, "You don't have a normal life anymore after becoming famous," and that, quote, "People don't realize how lonely you are once you become a household name." He probably wishes he lived in the woods of Seattle right about now.
It's stalkers with cameras and, just saying, oh, I'm not a stalker, I'm a paparazzi.
Number 3, Britney Spears. Britney Spears has an infamously rocky history with fame and the dangers that come with it. While she now says that she, quote, goes back and forth regarding her fame, there once was a time when she absolutely despised it. In the 2008 MTV documentary, she simply said, quote, "I'm sad," with tears in her eyes. And that image alone is startlingly effective and telling. She also had many run-ins with the paparazzi in the mid-2000s, which was a contributing factor, along with numerous personal issues, in her emotional breakdown in 2007. Today, Spears seems to be in a much better place. Number 2, Dave Chappelle. Chappelle's show was undoubtedly a cultural milestone back in the 2000s, and Chappelle was seemingly set.
Hey Chappelle, that ain't your wife. Kids, go home.
That's why everyone was stunned when he simply walked away during production of season 3 and flew to South Africa for peace of mind. He later told Time that being in South Africa meant not having the distractions of fame. Later, Chappelle would say that fame is a, quote, horrifying concept when it's aimed at you. Unlike many celebrities, the comedian lives a reclusive life, on a quiet farm in Ohio with his wife and children, well away from the hustle and bustle of Hollywood glamour.
And on a farm? Yeah. Very obscure location.
That's very cool. Obscure location.
Yeah.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Kristen Stewart.
You could have been killed. You understand that?
Yes, but I wasn't, so.
Like her co-star Robert Pattinson, Stewart abhors the fame that came with starring in the Twilight series. Stewart seems like a reserved woman, so it's understandable that she would hate the attention that the spotlight and camera flashes bring. She initially wasn't prepared for the onslaught of attention that being in Twilight brought her, calling it a, quote, huge lifestyle shift that came with, quote, really heavy baggage. Although she didn't hate it. Yet.
I was 17 or 18 when it all kind of went down, and that's like the most uncomfortable, terrible, weird. You're 17 years old, and I'm like, ah!
She's since told Harper's Bazaar UK that Hollywood is, quote, disgustingly sexist, and that, quote, fame is the worst thing in the world. Well, sounds like she hates it now.
You want to end this?
Yes.
Do you think these celebs are justified in hating their fame? Let us know in the comments.